All right, hello and welcome everybody back to the stream. I'm Yoursimcfi, and I really appreciate all you guys stopping by. Today we're going to be in the beautiful A321 by Fenix Simulations, and we're in the banana spirit color. So we're going to operate as Spirit Wings at 1333 from Detroit Rock City over to LaGuardia in New York. This is AnyBuilds Detroit, and we're going to go over to MK Studios LaGuardia. We'll be doing this on VATSIM as well, but the main reason we're doing an Airbus stream tonight and not a Hornet as I originally planned on doing is we have the brand new wing control tiller. And this is actually the very first tiller I've ever owned. Right out of the box, it's fantastic, plug and play, and it... well, you do have to map it, but there's one setting you have to do, so I'll show you guys how to do that. But it's actually metal, which feels really, really cool. So we'll go ahead and do that in a second. But thank you guys all for stopping by. I hope you're doing well today. And yeah, we're going to get right into the show here. I want to say thank you to all the channel partners. You guys will check them out at the top right corner or in the description. You guys can check that out as well. And if you guys want any discount codes, as you know, all in the description, you guys can find all that. I'm going to go ahead and join up on a vPilot, as I always forget to do that. And today we're going to be good and not forget to file our flight plan as we always do. So it's been filed. There we go. On VATSIM and everything. Call sign mismatch. What did I screw up? There we go. I put SPI on vPilot. That's not correct. If you guys want to jump along and fly with me as well, we would really appreciate that, as we're going to be flying. It's going to be a short flight, but maybe an hour in the air or less, to be honest. And we're going to take this airplane over to New York. Nico, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. One second, guys. Alright guys, so sorry about that, we're back. We're going to be continuing our setup here. We'll go to the overhead panel, quickly get everything set up over there. We're using the Wingflex overhead panel currently to set up everything. And we'll get our IRS at the top left corner to nav. And we already have navigation lights on, so we'll keep the nav lights going as we are. The no smoking can go, oops, not that one. No smoking can go on, and the emergency lights can go to the armed position right there. Everything else on the overhead panel is pretty much good to go. Nico says, hello, nice to see you choose the banana color. Didn't realize how good a delivery was till they were gone. Yeah, man, it's kind of sad to see them gone. 40C, hello, welcome. Says, yo, what's up? Rip Spirit. Yeah, I don't rip them. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a member as well, by the way, Vortice. Appreciate that. You guys are just jumping in. We're doing an Airbus stream tonight because we got the wing control Airbus tiller to be showing you guys. And as I said, we're going to map it together on stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the tiller here. Right there on the right side is the tiller. I have it set on my right today. Press the little control button icon, and then we're going to find the tiller which I think is this. All right, we're gonna call this NWS for nose wheel steering. And we'll call this one just NWS as it's pretty default. So then we're gonna type in nose wheel steering axis. I'm gonna go ahead and just, okay, flight sim's gonna be flight sim. Please just keep the axis there. Click that, move this. Why did it cancel it? Wrong device. Well, what's this thing called? EFIS, ECAM, rudder. Oh, duh. This one right here. Those are steering left. Okay, let's make the new one. NWS. I called it that for nose wheel steering. It's at the left side. I'm probably gonna have to change that to the right side later, but we'll do that later on. So it should be set. The next thing I should be able to map, I don't know if I'm able to, but it's the pedal disconnect. Yeah, this control really has to stop doing that. Oh my gosh. Pedal lights. It's called pedal disconnect. Maybe you can't map that one. That's okay. We have the axis for now. That's all I really need for now. But now if I turn it, there we go. You can see it goes to the right and it goes to the left. I've adjusted the tension on the front. There's a quick, easy little Allen key. You can adjust the tension on the go. It's really cool, actually. So that's the tiller. We're going to be doing that for the first time. Again, I've never used a tiller before, so it'll be really cool to see how it goes. I know I want the tiller, but how am I going to mount it to my biggest hurdle? How do you have it mounted right now? So this is on my right side here, and it's literally just Gorilla Tape, and I can pop this on or off anytime I want by just pulling on it, and it'll come off. But I can go hard right, it stays there, hard left, stays there. It's good to go. Gorilla Tape, 30-pound Gorilla Tape does the trick. I love that stuff. It's really, really good stuff. Move my comments over to my other screen. My other screen is still the Moza G1000, as that's all I have space for right now. But we're going to be reconfiguring the setup to have a different screen. You can see the Moza G1000 right here. Very, very universal for that case. Let's keep this going. Keyboard over here actually will be better. We're going to go to the iPad here, and we'll get rid of that. Press that button there. Sweet. Just make sure this is actually working as it is. Alrighty. Mass and balance. We're going to go ahead and press load aircraft. Instant. You guys can still hear the sim, right? That's all working for you. I think it is. Perfect. Why are we pulling the bridge? No one said to do that. We'll press send to the MCDU. And we'll press departure. We'll leave this here for the time being. We'll come down here. And we will, let me bring my cameras back for you. There we go. Go ahead and press the ATSU button. And in the AOC menu, flight init request. Let's get that on the way. I don't think it's going to work because I don't think anybody's online. But let's see if I can do ATSU, AOC, ATIS, KDTW, arrival, VATSIM sent. I don't think there's anybody on, but that's fine. Now we're going to select init, request init data there. We'll clear our warnings at the bottom left corner. It's going to grab our data. Sweet. We just got to fill in the cost index and the cruise altitude. So the cruise altitude, the second monitor is quite tiny to use, and I can't wait till I can actually have a proper, I have my setup kind of better done right now. It's not done quite yet. Just bring the flight plan over here, because right now it's still kind of annoying to use, but we'll get there. We'll get there, folks. 350. is the cruise out. And our cost index today is going to be 46. Put it right there. Flight number 1333. There we go. Next page, you can see that it needs our block, but the zero fuel weight's already been entered in. So we should be playing with 18,000 pounds of fuel, and we have 18,000 pounds of fuel. There we go. So we'll put 18.6. That can go up top. That's all good. 18.6. Oh no, we don't know that. We just have 18. 18 it is. 18.0. Alright, we'll press flight plan. Detroit. Departure. Let's see if that ATIS came through. I don't think there's anybody online. Receive messages. ATIS. No one online. That's okay. We'll just check on Navigraph. That's it. We'll just do that. No one's ever online when I'm flying. Ever. Never, 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 never. 22 left is departure runway today. And the SID will be the Pavel 3. So we'll select 22 left. So we usually take IRL as well. Flown to Detroit many, many times. Pavel 3. And it's going to be the SB transition. We'll execute that. Over there on LaGuardia, we'll press arrival. And I think they're using the 22 right now. 22 is, in fact, my word. We'll press the ILS 22. And the arrival star is going to be the MIP4. Speaking of MIP, I got sent the MIP version 2 of the F-18 panel from Wing Control. So expect a review on that. I still have to do my one on the Moza variant of the F-18 panel, but that's going to be coming shortly. ILS 22 MIP4 via Echo Tango Golf. We'll go ahead and insert that, and that is all entered. We'll select performance. Get over to the iPad. We'll sync our Lochi 22 left. We'll sync our weather. Calculate all that. Send all that over to the FMS. And we have 58, 65, 65, flap 2, point up 3. And that is all good to go. We can clear that message there. We'll press flight plan secondary. Copy active. We'll press init. Wind. Request wind. Get that all up to date. Flight plan, and this thing is ready to go. We're going to press the number 4. Go to our overhead panel, and we're going to start up the APU. So fueling's been completed. We'll go and go master switch on. And start. There she goes. Seeing the camera now? Yep. Nice, nice, sweet. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Really good system they got going on. Exterior APU is now firing on up. I'll give you guys some sounds outside. It's got GSX ready to push back as well. Alright, while they're doing all that, we'll get our FCU all set up. So on the Pavel 3 departure, it's up to the top altitude set technically 17,000, but we don't actually use that. What we're going to go ahead and use is runway 22 left. Sorry for the yawn. 22 left is 216, intercept course 179 to Jolu. Track of 108 to cross Yimi at or above 7. At or below 7, sorry. So at or below 7, we're going to set 7,000 feet as our top for now. Just because we don't want to exceed that, so we'll be fine. And then over here, we can set this to inches and our other side to inches. Click the B button, it'll set it for us, 3012. I like to have constraints on and constraints on that side. Our autopilot panel is now set up. Back to the overhead panel, we can deselect our ground power switch. External power is disconnected from the airplane. And the APU bleed can be selected on as well. So this button and this button. Come back over here, press that button. Phoenix. Nope, not that one. Ground. We can get rid of the cart, rid of the air, rid of the chocks, and it'll be a nose left. All right, before we go ahead and do that, let's get the CTAF all set up for the Airbus here. .CTAF, the freak is 350. We're going to be getting sent this panel from Wing Control as well, which I have absolutely no idea where to put this, but we're going to have to find a place for it, I guess. 350, put that over to the side there, and we're ready to talk. Let's see real quick, make sure there's no one else here. I don't think there is, but I'll just put VATSIM on to see. Looks like New York is fully staffed, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there's absolutely nobody online here, so that's fine. So before we push back, we're gonna go ahead and get our fuel pumps on. Auto, 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 auto. Oop, nice one. Auto, auto, auto. Our seatbelt sign can go on. Our beacon light can go on. Down here, our transponder. Auto ATC did give us an Auto ATC transponder code, and that code is... can't read it. 1026. So I have the actual Wing Control Airbus TCAS panel as well. I'm going to clear all this. Type 1026 on, and that is okay. With all that being completed, we can go ahead and release our parking brake. How this sounds, guys? Too loud, too low? My mic too loud? You let me know. Make sure no one else is coming here. Good. Metro, hello, welcome, thanks for by. Airliners X, welcome. Oh, I saw that GSX update notification. Yeah, I got to do one probably. First time you stream when I'm awake? Nice. Well, thanks for stopping by, Airliners X. We're going to be flying the A321 with the brand new tiller over here on the right-hand side from Wing Control. All right, let's go and get some stuff. These guys are motoring on. Get some stuff set up. So we're going to go engine starter mode selector to start. And we're going to spool number 1. Parking brake set, spooling 1. There's no rush here in real life because in real life, this is such a fast taxi that the FAs sometimes can't get ready. So you can take your time on this pushback. The runway is literally right here. That's all we have to go. So you can take your time, but for now, let's hear these beautiful IE engines start up. What a way to ruin it. Just me, the engine sounds don't really sound all that good. Anyways, number 1 is up. Let's tell GSX they can get the hell out of here. No, don't do that, don't do that. Confirm get insert. No. Restart, just go away. Do not screw me up. I hate GSX. That was my fault, but no, I hate GSX anyways. Spooling number 2. Get rid of these. Oh. Stop. Stop. Stop screwing me up. Turn the PA off. There's probably a way to do that, isn't there? Good Spirit plane? Yeah. Sound was perfect? Awesome. Nope, don't do that. Welcome says, what's good, CFI? I'm following you down to LaGuardia. I'm in the 717. Ooh, just pushing off the south terminal. Is that 727 or 717? Is that in Microsoft 2024? Is it like a mod or something? Or did you actually get the actual TFDI one? Alright, so both engines are up and running. Let's go ahead and select this to normal. Go ahead and come up to the overhead panel. And we'll get our APU bleed off, or APU master off. We're going to select our flaps to, I believe, 2. Let me quickly check. Flap 2 it is. Awesome. Alright, we're going to go and arm our spoiler. And we're going to do our flight control check, and we'll set our trim. Full left. Full right, full down, full up, neutral. All right, I don't have it mapped yet, so pedal disconnect, but we will be able to map that. Go left, go right, reconnect that. Trim of 0.3 up. Right now we're obviously at 0, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. 0.3 up. With that, auto brakes maximum. And we are ready to roll. Let's taxi from the right side today. Why not? There's 2 tillers for a reason. There are nose tax light to taxi. The parking brake will get released. Clunk. And first time ever, I'll be taxiing with the tiller here. Airplane's moving on its own thrust. P3D, I see. Yeah, because I was going to say I really want that airplane, so if it's for 2024, please let me know how. This is going to make life so much nicer in Microsoft Flight Sim. You don't have to do this weird, like, full right plus brake thing. You can just turn the airplane and brake at the same time if needed. Let's do our first turn here. Oh! I already love this. This is perfect. Alright, we'll click our takeoff config button. Just waiting on the cabin. There's no point to go any faster. This is really, really sweet. This feels really good, and taxiing is so much more precise. Expect a review coming on this shortly. Look at its dampening. And it kind of simulates. Now you can have it undampened where it just centers immediately for you, but I've dampened it. See how long it took to recenter? Watch this. 0. So it's kind of simulating how in real life the nose gear is actually physically moving. Oh, we just got to contact me. We're going to go ahead and talk to them. Detroit departure. We're going to stop just shy here. Oh, it feels so good. It feels really good, guys. This is a game changer. I've always wanted a tiller. Alright, let's go ahead and stop right here. Nose gear is straight. Braking. Parking brake is set. Departure. Tune in COM 1. And I guess we'll request a clearance. And we'll request taxi. Opening up my notepads. There's a million of them for some reason. There we go. Departure Spirit Wings 1333, requesting IFR clearance over to LaGuardia, and we've already just pushed back of gate 26, I believe we're at. Alright, I forgot that counts. So in that case, we'd like to request taxi to 22 left, please, for departure. Kilo Yankee 10, that would be short of 22 left. Spirit Wings 33, thanks so much. I forgot. We'll report fully ready, Spirit Wings 1333. Alright. Oh, I guess he thinks I'm fully ready, but I guess we are. Run up Joe, clear takeoff, 22 left, Spirit Wings 1333. Make sure that is correct here. Jolu is correct. This tiller feels so good, guys. We've been cleared takeoff. When you get clear takeoff clearance, land lights get turned on. The rest can get turned on once we do our lineup checks here. The cabin is secure. My wife said my pixel is too small, man, so I'm so fat. I have 1 inch. I know what you're talking about. All right, Yankee 10's the end right there, so we'll just squeeze on over. I can't, guys. The metal. This is metal, and it's like $100 or less. I think it's like 80 USD. I gotta check the price, but it's fantastic to taxi with. And you guys saw at the beginning of the stream how I mapped it. I literally just mapped nozzle steering axis, and that's it. Nice, you guided it around. Taxis so well. We're gonna do a nice lineup here. I have no excuse for the lineup. Alright, we're clear right. Let's get all our lights on. Nose, taxi, strobe, and we're also gonna go and do TCAS, T-A-R-A. We're clear left. We're clear right. 22 left verified. If you guys are members of the chat, please go ahead and get my flex emojis in chat. We'll give these guys a double chime, let them know that we are lining up on the runway. Big airplane here, nice and huge turn on the left. Oh, it's so precise. Gotta get used to it, but it's such a precise way to taxi. Alright guys, we're clear takeoff. Let's run these suckers up. IAE's engines here. Just a little bit more correction. Hands off the tiller. Manflex S-Thrust auto thrust is blue. I should say Manflex S-Thrust runway auto thrust blue. Now I'm on the rudders. 80's checked. V1, rotate. Gear up. Too much. It's easy to over control. There we go. Let's bring our scale in a little bit here. We're too wide. There we go. Lever climb. We're going to nose down first. Start that left turn, and then we're going to go. Departure Spirit Wing, circuit 33, 2,000, climbing 7,000. Flap 1. $17,000 restrictions canceled. Spirit Wing, circuit 33, thanks. Alrighty. My hand still goes to where my autopilot panel used to be. 17,000. We're to go flap 0. Disarm our spoiler. Turn off and nose lights are off as well. We're going to delete the restriction. I don't even know if I can do it like this, but we're going to press that button there and clear. Insert. There we go. And I shouldn't have done that while looking that far down for that long. Don't do that in real life, guys. I guess I don't even have to go there. Direct SB, Spirit Wing Cert 33. Direct. Click down. SB. Insert. Still hand flying, guys. We're using the Simworkshop A320 1-to-1 replica grip. This thing is fantastic. It feels just like the real aircraft. Says my buddy who actually flies this thing. Flies the 319, 320, 321 series. He came over and tried this 320 grip, and he absolutely loved it. With the cameras off here, we're going to select autopilot number 2 as we're flying from the right-hand side. You guys are getting ATC, aren't you? That's my fault. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. I had to set to Discord for my last DCS stream there. You should get them now. Well, I actually flew today in real life. I did a St. Louis back to home flight, and flying through this air is smooth all day. So why don't we go ahead and throw the belts to off there. We'll be more than fine with the weather the way it is. Still getting used to my setup here and how to stream properly with it. How does the size feel in the hand? Fantastic. I have relatively on the bigger side of hands. It feels really good to me, and I think you guys will love it. It's I've never owned a tiller before, so that was my first time ever taxiing with one in like a home sim type deal, and it's really cool. Really enjoyed it. It makes taxiing like so much nicer. I kind of wish I had a longer taxi, to be honest with you guys. Just don't worry, man. I feel you, bro. Banana bus. Yes, we're in the banana bus. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks for stopping by as well. Give you guys one of these.
Direct to SB Delta 1548.
Through 10,000, our lights are off. Pressurization is checked. The belts are already off and the radios are set. We're climbing through 10 nicely and accelerating. As you do. As you do. I'm using the Z-axis on my flight stick currently as my tiller, and it's easy to oversteer. Yeah, I'm telling you, the tiller, if you guys can, you know, find 80 bucks in your wallet anywhere, like if you guys just maybe don't go out for a steak dinner one night, the pick yourself up the tiller. It's fantastic. Really well done from Wing Control on that. Saw the Red Bull DC6 today. That's really cool. From a bit of distance. That's really sweet. I've never seen a DC6 fly in real life ever.
Alright, of course I confirm your Delta 747.
Sorry, Delta 2294.
Delta 2294, for departure, I hear you 555.
Oh, sorry about that.
Get rid of these company messages real quick.
Experience 1333, you're now leaving our airspace. The center is on fire, there's no further APCs at this available. Radar service terminated, reducing route for the flight.
Ornicom, thank you so much, and have a good rest of your night, Spirit Wings 1333. Alrighty. Wonder how the tiller will be for the A340, 350, and FSLab 321 Neo. I think it'll be just fine. It's a default nozo steering access in Flight Sim. It's not a Fenix specific thing, so it should work for all those aircraft. We'll be streaming the A350 pretty soon, actually. I do want to get back into that airplane. Well, looks like we can take a bit more of a shortcut here as there's no one coming, so we'll go direct there. Go all the way. It says howdy. Yeah, but guys, we're going to be doing a massive setup change currently. We got the new next level racing seat, and I've gotten pretty much everything set up. I haven't figured out how to mount my yoke just yet, but I have to do my monitor mounts first. So once I get the monitors mounted up, we'll be able to mount the yoke probably pretty easily. And once we get that, I also bought a keyboard swivel arm, so I can swivel the keyboard in front of me, because right now the keyboard's really far away, like on this like left hand side that you can't see. It's really far to lean. And honestly, I kind of wish it came with a swivel arm, but we bought a swivel arm just for that, and I'll be able to play Fortnite and all my usual stuff. Also, hopefully, if Moza's listening, we'll have in the works the, oh, you know what, I'm a little higher than someone else here, 350 climb. Hopefully Moza will allow me to review the AB9, and the AB9 is going to live dead center stick. I bought an extension as well, so the extension will make it more realistic, and then the AB6 will forever live right here next to the tiller, so I shouldn't have to interchangeably move these all the time. We also got the Wing Control Top Gun MIP version 2, which is basically their newest version of the F-18 panel, the UFC screen. So we'll be reviewing the Moza one, we'll be reviewing the Wing Control one, and then I'll probably do a comparisons video as well. Sure that my mic is muted. We went transition standard 992. You guys are just jumping in. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys being here. If you guys are brand new to the channel, which I don't think we have too brand new people, but if you guys are brand new to the channel, my name is Yoursimcfi, and I make videos based on Flight Simulator and DCS in hopes to help you guys learn the Sims, or you know, startups, hardware reviews, any of that kind of stuff. We're going to be jumping in DCS a lot as well. If you guys are interested in DCS, learning the Hornet, right now we're starting a Hornet kind of live tutorial series. We're on part 1 currently, and we'll be doing more parts as we go. And if you guys are brand new as well, I do fly the CRJ in real life. Fly the CRJ 900, so that's my bird of choice for work. I'm going to be flying it tomorrow for work, actually, going over to Cincinnati for an overnight there. So if you like the content, leave a like, and if you want to see more of the content, press subscribe, press the bell. You guys will get notified. We also have a Discord you guys can join as well. Thanks, Nico. I appreciate that. I try. Alright, let's see how much longer we got going on here. Press the progress page. There we go. That's not the page I wanted. Flight plan page. 400 miles to go. Gonna be there at 1:26 Zulu. So about an hour. That's not too bad. Hour to go. Let me check if they're still using the runway 22 over there in LaGuardia. LaGuardia. I really hope it was 31. No, it's still 22. Although actually from the direction we're coming in and the runway and the arrival we're flying, we should get a beautiful view over the city still. And I also bought the New York City pack version 2. So we should get a beautiful, beautiful view of that. They're well paced and the explanations are easy to grasp. Appreciate that, Nico. Thank you. That's actually one of the hardest things to do, especially when I became an instructor in real life beforehand. I was bringing yourself back to zero knowledge at a certain point. So, for example, teaching turns. You can't just teach someone to roll the airplane and pull. You know, first things first, you got to teach them how to look out properly. You know, look in the direction of your turn, look in the opposite direction of your turn, then look back in the direction of your turn, scan high and low, all that kind of stuff. Then when you roll the airplane, you tend to lose a little bit of lift because you're splitting the lift vector. So you have to raise the nose, you're going to pull back the nose a little bit, and then you started turning, but now your airspeed's dropping back because you're pulling back, you're increasing your angle of attack to hold your level. Increasing AOA is increasing lift, which is increasing drag. So you start to slow down, and you got a little bit of power for your turn. Now you're turning. So going back to the straight 0 point of how we turn, you know, why we add rudder to turn, and while we're rolling the airplane, all that kind of stuff was not just in turns, but in every single scenario. It's quite difficult. The most difficult I found to teach in real life is landing. No one really teaches you how to teach landings. Everyone kind of has their own process for it. But you basically can relate it to all the exercise you've already done. So by that point on landing, you should have covered climbs and descents. You should have covered turns. So you put that all into landing, where you're just doing a continuous descent at a certain power setting at a certain feet per minute roughly. And you obviously talk about aiming point and all that kind of stuff. But it basically becomes lineup, airspeed, glide slope, or glide path, or descent path, whatever you want to call it. And then once you're just about to be over the numbers, or you've made your field, you know the field is made, it becomes power idle, eyes to the end of the runway, and you they don't really flare 172, but you start to arrest your descent. So you can kind of break it up in those kind of 6 segments. But again, everybody has their own way of teaching it. I just got a picture from Mr. Flight Sim Gaming. You guys remember Mr. Flight Sim Gaming? Say I remember in the chat if you remember Flight Sim Gaming. Hopefully he'll be coming back in the chat. Yo, have you checked this thing out, Lonnie? Let me put the cameras on for you. This isn't the entire setup. I guess I can maybe show you, but down here we have the wing control, blanking McDo, wing control throttles with the flap stuff in the back here. Then coming up, see if my camera wants to behave. We have the gear panel with the E-cam right there. Putting this back over here. And then on your right hand side, you have the beautiful Moza AB6 with the absolutely fantastic Simworkshop A321 1-to-1 replica grip. And the amazing brand new, just opened it literally 2 hours ago. First taxi on stream was this stream. First time taxiing in general was with this right now. Their new tiller from Wing Control. I think it's like 85 bucks and it's fantastic. So we got that hooked up. And then if I pan this sucker up, we got the Wing Control FCU and EFIS. And at the very top, sorry about my camera work here, we have the Wingflex overhead panel. I'll put the dome lights on. You guys can see there. And then just below, we have the Wing Control TCAS panel. That's where I'm controlling my transponder from. So really, really cool stuff. Lonnie, if you're able to come over Wednesday or Thursday, please do. I got a couple friends coming over as well to try the sim. We're going to be mounting the monitors, crack open a couple cans of soda pop there, or beer, whatever you want to drink. Get some pizzas, chill out. We'll give you some F-18 stuff, some A320 stuff. It'll be a lot of fun to do if you can stop by. No pressure, of course. The new setup is going really, really well. Still need to fix some stuff, but we'll get it. Yeah, it's not just about saying what to do. It also helps to teach what your mindset should be to be aware of, for sure. Of course, you don't want to teach somebody to pass a flight test. You want them to actually be a good pilot. About to my check ride, but the planes have never... sorry, my monitor is so far, I gotta read this. About to check ride, but the planes have been down, and the weather have been being a pain in my butt. I live in the great state of Georgia. Yeah, the weather where I am has been ridiculously hot, but I flew from St. Louis home today. It was blue all day, just really hot. It's been actually nice weather. It was smooth all of yesterday too on our flying. Very nice and smooth yesterday. But it'll probably pass through. We have a high pressure rolling in, so I'm sure you're going to get our high and we'll get the low soon. It all travels east towards us. What it says, the home cockpit looks amazing. Yeah, it's really cool. Really happy with how it's come out so far. We're still making a lot of adjustments to it as we go, but it's still going quite well. The setup is really cool. Unfortunately, because I'm in a condo, it takes up like the entire den that I have. So this would be a lot nicer with a bigger space, because getting in and out of this thing is literally like getting in a fighter jet. Like you have to contort yourself in ways I haven't in a while. But mine is on wheels, so it's you can kind of wheel it out, wheel it in, makes it nicer. You just have to go down and unlock them real quick, but other than that, pretty good. You're you're lucky the summer pop-up thunderstorms are being a pain. Yeah, every day, always around 1 to 3 p.m. you'll get those pop-ups, and I mean, we haven't been avoiding them, or we haven't been like I haven't not had them this summer. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm kind of tired today. But we landed in Ottawa once when we beat the cells on in, and then they went to red alert or ground stop. And so we had to wait 4+ hours for a gate because the ground crew was not allowed to work while the lightning strikes. And it would just build north of the field, fly southeast, build north of the field, fly southeast. So it kept building and building and building. It kept flying over us the whole time, just waiting 4 hours. Started to run out of water. Bathrooms are starting to smell. Starts to get into an interesting situation. Thankfully, we got everybody off with a different means than a jet bridge, but those are the interesting real life scenarios where the sim doesn't really do a good job of, well, you know, what do you do? How long can you keep people on an airplane technically for without, you know, those certain things where you to go to the next level of emergency or something. Luckily, we didn't have to do that, and thankfully no one got claustrophobic or sick on our plane or anything. We had tons of fuel. Exactly, 40C Ben, you didn't know you could. Geez, I can't imagine how bad the day must have been. It was not fun. Yeah, it was not fun. A 40 or a 55-minute flight turned into a 6-hour and 50-minute flight. And then, again, for 5.5 hours of that, we were just on the ground. We're leveling at 35,000. Let's go ahead and put some cool views on. Let's go ahead and freeze our sim. Oh, it didn't freeze. All right, cinematics. There we go. I'll lower the sounds for you guys just a little bit. There we go. And we're chilling, boys. I mean, still getting paid? Exactly. Good thing it wasn't the other way around. There were some airplanes that had literally just pushed back, like, starting their engines, and the red alert happened and the ground crew ran for cover, and they were just stuck there. I mean, I guess there were some people that didn't get their doors closed, and if you don't get the door closed, you don't start getting paid. But the ones that did, then you're starting to get paid. So, but the ones that didn't get paid for that 6-hour delay, it's not going to be a fun day, I have to tell you that much. Your whole day is just wasted. They might even cancel the flight. I don't even know what they did to other people, but do jetways have to be really low to the ground to connect with a CRJ? Yeah, they gotta go pretty down there. And the other thing of why we 100%, I thought the sim just crashed, so the sound went. The other reason of why we 100% need a ground crew, there's some aircraft that are doing a red alert that don't need a ground crew, and the way they get around it is they do not have to physically come in contact with the aircraft to connect it to the bridge. But because the CRJ and the Q400 require you to open the door and put the railings down, putting the railings down is what is going to make them not able to connect you to a jet bridge. So that's why we had to wait for 5+ hours, where other airplanes like a 320 or something, they can just connect with the jet bridge and it'd be fine. As ground crew, we get paid no matter if the flight delayed or not. Yeah, I know. That's not how our life works. Pilots and flight attendants aren't paid at most airlines, not all, but most airlines, until the doors are closed and the brake is off. I feel bad for the passengers and the crew. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of the situations, right? Like, some passengers don't understand, and most do, but look, your options as from the pilot perspective, your options are to either taxi to the gate illegally, not going to do that, take off back into the storm, not going to do that, and then open the door and let people out in the ramp, not going to do that. So you're basically stuck there. There's really nothing you can actually do. It's completely out of your hands. And a lot of airports, they don't even have it where the red alert is set by the controllers. Usually the red alert is automatic. There's static electricity sensors everywhere, and if it senses a high amount of static electricity in the air, the red alert starts, and not even a cell can be there. But it'll just stay on, and we will not get a ground crew if those lights are going. Oh, sorry. The other option is one of the ground crew works completely illegally and goes out in the red alert. All right, let's start getting set up for our arrival here. Come over here. We'll select this button and that button. Runway 22 apply. Auto brakes probably gonna be max, to be honest, but we'll try medium. Landing weight. That's a good question. We'll come here. We're gonna be expecting to land with 10,000 pounds of fuel on board. 10.5. Our zero fuel weight was 160. Sorry, 159. So that'll be, let's make it 160 to make it easy math. That'd be 170.5 minus 1,000 pounds would be 169.5 giggity. Come over here. 169 point, nope, 0.5. Yeah, max. Max. Okay. Available 7,000 feet is 53. With the extra 50% landing distance, it's 6,000 extra 1,000 feet. So we'll use medium. And if we need more, we'll need more of a manual, but medium should be fine to start with. We already have it plugged in here. Why is it not working? Oh, I thought I lost some error for a second. Huh. My FMS... Wing control FMS is not doing anything anymore. Let's try autopilot panel. Yeah, that works. Interesting. I'm gonna unplug, replug. Oh, I should probably not do that. I'm probably gonna destroy something. I've never seen this happen before. My FMS is just not working. The screen changes on the physical FMS and the inside FMS, but the buttons don't actuate. I have to change like this and then it changes. That's super strange. Well, let's get our charts up and running real quick first, and then we'll try to remedy that. We're doing the Milton 4? I forgot what we're doing. Let's check. Check. Milton 4. Yes, it is. We're going to go ahead and star that one, which it already is starred. What else is starred here? ILS runway 22. Perfect. We'll unstar that. We'll unstar that. Unstar that. Unstar that. I'll give you guys a brief in a second. Let's try to see if I can... Still doesn't work. All right, I'm gonna unplug, replug. This is probably not gonna be good. Please don't break anything when I plug you back in. Okay, buttons are back to working. Never seen that before. Don't know why the buttons stopped working, but they work now, so that's weird. Best option is just sitting duck. We can't control nature, so I hate when passengers start complaining about the uncontrollable factors. I know, but it, you know, you've paid thousands of dollars for a ticket, and people don't know aviation, so they expect to be on time and stuff. So I can feel for them, right? You made it right on time, and then you're waiting on the ground for 4 hours, you know, to get a gate. I understand, but as I'm obviously not PIC, but the captain did actually go back in person to talk to the people, which is very nice of him to do that and kind of calm the situation down. Basically explaining, like, look, those lights are on. The airplane's not going to move if those lights are on, basically, because we don't have a ground crew. So it's out of my hands. It's just, that's procedure for safety of the crew and safety of everybody. So people, you know, pretty good. Universe, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Nico says no one enjoys being stuck in like that. And exactly. Important that passengers understand that and know the flight crews are doing their best to get them out of the situation. Yeah, a lot of people doubted us on that one. They're like, oh, someone dropped the ball, we could have made it in, all that stuff. It's like, we want to go home too. We don't want to stay here. So, but they understood after. So it's all about lack of knowledge. That's all it is. Jay, welcome. Do you plan on flying RJ anytime soon? 550? No, I fly the 900, my friend. That's why I like it when the pilots come back and explain to the passengers regarding the issues. Exactly, yeah. We try to do that as much as we can. Passenger explanation is usually last on the list. We always want to obviously identify the problem, have a solution to the problem, and then tell you about it. We don't just want to tell you, like, this is happening, we'll see what happens. So we want to know what's happening, get everybody involved with the company, the back end company, you know, cabin crew, come up with a bit of a plan if we can. And then from there, we'll let everybody know of why such and such is happening and what we plan to do about it. That's usually the best way to go about it. Anyways, let's continue this. Performance. Next phase. The QNH over there. Okay, let's see. 26 degrees, 3014. Wind is 220, 12 gusting 17. 220/12. 26. 3017. The MD of 220. That's a guess, but I'll quickly check real quick. Yep. 212. Close enough. I'll go and set that. 212. Sweet. That's all been set up and ready to go. This beautiful sunset here. It's gorgeous Spirit Airlines. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the 5090 graphics. I know it probably doesn't look good on YouTube, but it looks fantastic on this Samsung Odyssey G9. Really, really well done on the visuals of Microsoft. Ray trace shadows, everything's going on for us today. Why is my brake fan on? Let's turn that off. There we go. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, exactly. Universe says you can only do what you can as a pilot in that situation, even though some people love to start being difficult for no reason. It's, you know, everybody's going to react to it differently. And we, on the RJ, we only have about 80 people. If it's a full house, we have 80 people. 4 crew, 76 people on board, minus infants, because technically you can have infants with that too. But adult-wise, I guess, or teenage adult-wise, or whatever. But every single person has an individual brain, and every single person of that 76 will deal with that information differently. Most will be understanding and cooperative, but you'll always have maybe a 1 or 2 that get a little angry if that is maybe a special meeting or a birthday party or a connecting flight to Europe or one of those things. It really starts to make travel plans for them pretty terrible, obviously, so might have to spend an extra night in Ottawa. Now, the airline for that situations, most airline will take care of their passengers. In that case, like it's weather related. So if they miss their connection in wherever they missed it due to weather or maintenance or something, they should cover the hotel costs for that night for that person, and then rebook them as soon as they can. Obviously, on a plane, you have very little knowledge of what's going to happen to your reservations and so it gets nerve-wracking for some people, especially if they saved up so much money to go on this vacation. They got this certain time off. All right, so that just bleeds a whole day into their vacation. So I understand, but people do have to understand that aviation's not a guarantee. And I always tell people that, I don't tell them to their face, or passengers specifically, but I'll tell people you're lucky that you're walking off with everything attached the way it's supposed to be. So if that happens, you're good to go. Everything else can be figured out. But a lot of people don't see it that way. Let's see here. Coming up on top of descent probably soon. Unless I completely passed it. No, top of descent's coming up still in a little bit. Look at that. I think those are the Appalachian Mountains on the left-hand side there. Descend and maintain 330. Okay, we can do that. 330 is set. Descend. Let's do vertical speed 1,000 feet per minute. That's Auto ATC that gave me that message. Mr. Pilot Depth, hello, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Pilot Depth, I got something for you here. Take a look at this. You ready? You ready? Look at that beautiful freaking thing. This thing's really cool. You should get one. Although you probably got one coming on the way. You're gonna enjoy that thing. It's really, really nice. The metal is amazing. The price is fantastic. Wing control. I don't know how Wing Control does it. Their quality is getting better as the years go by. They've always been good, but now it's getting even better. They're using metal and all sorts of stuff, and they're going away from plastic. And the prices are staying the same, which is insane. Nico says, haha. Pilot Depth says, so ready. Guys, go check out Mr. Pilot Depth's channel as well. Pilot Depth on YouTube. If you've never heard of him, go check him out. Good friend. Good friend before Expo. Good friend in the Expo. Hopefully you can go to Cosetta's again. If you know, you know. So trying to get one? You'll probably get one. They're very nice over there at Wing Control. At least in my experience, for the most part, and everybody else I've talked to. We got a company message. What do you got for me? No ADC required. Alright. Required. Who cares? Darwin, hello, welcome. Pre-ordered mine. 45 days plus, though, unfortunately. That's insane. You got to give it to Wing Control. They're working extensively on their warehouse in the States and getting more things available. I think when they initially came out with their Airbus gear, I don't know how they didn't think, but I don't think they thought it was going to be like as popular as it was, because Wing Control like blew up. They basically own the expo when they're there. They do a really good job at everything they do. I'd love some tiramisu and some pasta. My dude, I kind of want some tiramisu now. I just got some. I do have some. What's it called? Ferrero Rocher ice cream, which is very good in the freezer. But that tiramisu is very good. Let's see if we can get Wing Control in here. Still on pre-order in Japan shop. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about Wing Control as well, is they're worldwide. And they only have, I think, a couple locations for manufacturing, so. Concept says I miss Spirit. Yeah, I never flew on them. I never even really knew much about them. But I don't like when airlines go under. That's usually not good for, obviously, jobs, and secondly, competition. It's always good to have another airline in the air. I honestly, this might be like a hot take, but I'd rather see Frontier go than I see Spirit go. I don't know why. Spirit just seemed... I don't know why I don't like Frontier. Frontier annoys me. I have no idea anything about it. I don't know. Maybe because they block me in the alley in Philly all the time. That's probably the only reason. I don't mind everything I ordered that comes from them in less than 3 business days usually. Yeah, usually when I've ordered things, it's usually been within 3 to 5 days. I ordered their FCU. I ordered their Orion 2 throttle with the F15 grip. What else have I ordered? The combat rudder pedals, which are fantastic for the price. I think I got them for like $280 or something. Like, fantastic price for those. Those came within 3 days. Everything I've ordered from them has been very, very well shipped. Not broken. So everything they sent to me and everything I've ordered has all come in on time within 4 days, not broken. And I have a lot of stuff. I have Wing Control, obviously the tiller, the rudders, FCU, EFIS, 737 MCP, EFISs for those, TCAS, throttle, flaps and spoiler, MICDO, gear and ECAM, Orion 2, other rudder pedals, tons. I have so many products from Wind Control. And it always arrives on time. Seal of approval well, not seal of approval, but quality control approval. Everything works. A lot of people have had, like, they message me, they have problems sometimes with stuff. I haven't seen it, but the stuff I've paid for and the stuff that they send me, it's all been top stuff. For me, at least. They were good, dude. People hate on them because they expect so much for 60 buckaroo. Yeah. That's true. Dang, Frontier really catching all the hate. Again, I don't know anything about Frontier. I just don't like them because they blocked me in the alley in Philly. We got a taxi. I flew on the brand new 320 Neo with the airspace cabin, and the lighting in that plane was amazing. The Neos are amazing, and sound suppression. I don't think I've ever been on a Neo. They make some 727 gear. Who makes 727 gear? Oh, they should. Yeah. I have been bothering Kim from PU Air Korea and other people. I really want someone to make an INS. I think that would be really cool. And I think there is a little bit of a market for that. I'd like to think that. The people that use those aircraft would enjoy it. That was on Frontier as well. Yeah, I've never flown them. You know what's a surprisingly good experience with is a United CRJ 550. A lot of seat room, things are rocket ship, a lot of space for your bags at the front. Really well designed, that product. Hey, we got him in here. Wing Control, hello, he says, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We were just talking about you. We're talking about how your supply chain's gotten a lot better, at least in my opinion. We're talking about how your quality's gotten a lot better. I don't think when your FCU came out, you would have put... If you brought this out, the tiller, when you brought your FCU out, I don't think there would have been metal in this. I'm blown away by the price point and the performance of this. The first time I ever used it was on this stream. I literally unboxed it, just chucked it in, plugged it, set nose with steering axis, and it was ready to go. And it completely changes the game for me. I've never owned a tiller, so I'm always taxing with my rudders, and you get to a point where you have to make like a nice tight turn with a rudder, and then you're adding brake, and it kind of gets squirrely. This is beautiful. I just do this, my feet are on the brakes, just like real life, and you're good to go. So you guys are blowing it out of the water. Basically, this entire setup, except for this AB6 with the Simworkshop A320 grip, is all Wing Control. And we have the Wingflex overhead panel. Everything else is Wing Control. We have the FCU, the gear panel, the E-cam, the MCDU, I think I already said that, but we have that. Throttles, rudder, tiller now, which is fantastic. And the good thing is this doesn't just have to be Airbus. This works in the 777. It works in the DC-6. You know, you can do anything with this thing. So it's really versatile. And glad you stopped in the chat. Really appreciate you being here. Hope to see you next Expo as well in Vegas. If I can get the time off, I should. But I never know for sure in the airline world. What are we looking at? Looking at this. We're flying the Fenix A320 into LaGuardia from Detroit, Rock City. And yeah, I don't know if you saw as well that I sent you some pictures of the new setup. So a lot of cool new stuff coming in. I just received your Top Gun MIP 2 today as well. Unfortunately, I'm working tomorrow and the next day, so I don't have too much time to set it up today, but I'll definitely get an unboxing and review on that shortly, and a comparison video as well with the Moza. That'll be a fun little look at to do, I think. And we'll be flying a lot of Hornet stuff. I got Hornet tutorials coming on. I got recorded Hornet tutorials that I'm going to be making, but I'm also going to be doing live tutorials as well. We already did part 1, which was just basic startup, basic air-to-air and radar theory and logic and that kind of stuff, and we're going to be doing more of those, and we're going to be using the panel to do those. I think it'll be kind of cool. Everyone's like, what's a wind control? With so much wind control gear, do you find mixing the Moza or other companies' gear if they have an app that also needs to run in the background? The ones that I find a problem is when you need, if you need wing control and MobiFlight, or if you need Moza and MobiFlight, sometimes MobiFlight can cause some stuff, but everything else runs fine. I'm currently running Wings Bridge for the overhead panel, Moza for this stick right now, and then wing control for everything else, and they work just fine alongside with each other. On my system, I don't notice a performance decrease at all. Maybe on a different system, but I don't find a problem with it. We're looking at a lot of gear, mainly the tiller. We are, yes. Happy to hear the handle is metal. Yes, I tried this at the Expo and it was really cool, but to actually have it in your own hands, you put your hand on it, immediate feeling of quality, because you just have that metal feel. And real airplanes are usually metal. Not all the time, but very high grade materials that are in actual real airplanes. So it's a very nice little touch to have that. I'm happy to hear that the handle is metal. I already read that one. How do we like the tiller? Any suggestions for us? I mean, this is my first time using it. I love that you're able to fast adjust the dampening. That's a really good little touch. I don't think any other tiller has that, to be honest with you. If you guys don't know, on the front of this, I'll make a video on this as well, so expect a review coming on this shortly, but on the front of this, there's a little hole for an Allen key, and all you gotta do is put an Allen key in, tighten it up, or loosen it up, and when you turn the tiller, it'll actually dampen it. So if you have it all the way loosened and you turn and let go, it springs immediately. But if you tighten it, turn the tiller, let go, it slowly returns to center. You gotta, guys, think in real life, when a nose gear moves and you release this tiller, there's still momentum and inertia. That nose gear isn't gonna go and center, right? That nose gear is gonna smoothly return to center. So that's what that is mimicking. It's really well done, in my opinion, at least. Where can I order the wing control? On the wing control website. Actually, you know what? I'll post a link. There's a link in the description, but I'll give you guys a link to it right here if you guys are curious about it. Is there plans to make a Boeing version? I assume so. Did I? No, I don't think I saw it at your booth, but I would assume there's a plan to make the Boeing stuff probably next year, I'd imagine. This is me completely speculating, by the way. I don't know that for sure. But I'd imagine in the next coming years, we'll start to see a lot more of the Boeing stuff for your Boeing fans to come out. There it is. There's the tiller. All right. We'll put this in the chat for you guys. There you go. That link will bring you right to the tiller. Once tiller's available in the Wind Control Japan shop, I'd be glad to give some feedback. Yeah. Do you fly the Airbus in real life, or do you use tillers at all? Let's see. Our descent's going to be coming up shortly. I'm going to start getting on the bottom here. We'll just put... let's see. Let's check the chart really quickly for the bottom. I think it's 7? 10 technically it's just 10,000. We're gonna set 3. We'll set 3. Now, because the Airbus VNAV, I heard of the Fenix, is a little interesting right now, I might start this descent a little sooner. We'll see how this goes, but we still got about 10 miles to go. I'll probably start at 5 just to be on the ball on that. It's like wing control makes some 727 gear. Look, I would use every piece of 727 gear you make. I don't think there's a big market for it, but if you make it, I will 100% use it because I love the 727. Something we're trying to do with the tiller is that, considering there's already a lot of DIY solutions on the market, we want to really focus on the metal build and dampener adjustment function. Yeah, there's tons of tillers out there. Keep in mind, guys, this tiller retails, I just had the link. It's an astonishing cheap price. It's cheap price, but very well made. My Google is on my little tiny G1000 monitor and I can't see it. So it's about $100 US for a tiller. Most tillers, if you're gonna go find a tiller online, if it's like Etsy or someone makes it for you or something, and they charge you, like the ones I've seen are at least 250 plus, and usually about 400 most likely, just for an axis that does that. This has the pedal disconnect function, and it also has the obviously the tiller function, and it's only 100 US. Like, you can't beat that. There's nothing that can beat that. The build quality is solid. It's just an axis left to right. So I don't know where companies before were charging $500 plus for that, just an axis, to be honest. So I think this is perfectly priced. You honestly probably could have charged more for this, to be honest, but I think that's a perfect steal. And it's so small. It's this little form factor is so small with the screws you can add if you want to mount it anywhere. Fits perfectly in the hand. You know, my buddy that flies this airplane in real life say they actually kind of steer it sometimes like this. They don't even use the handle. They kind of steer like this more in real life. So you can do that. And it's perfect for really anybody's setup, unless you're on a laptop in your bedroom or something where it's like a very small setup, you have no space at all. But I mean, this portion is literally 2 inches, if not maybe less, and then this part is probably about 3, so it's very small. Actually, here's a question for you. I don't know if it's has or not, but are you able to take this plate off and just have this square part? It's looking like you might be able to, if you don't want to use these mounting screws. If you guys want to know how I mounted it, I literally just Gorilla taped it to the mount and it's solid. You can do that. You can use the screws provided. There's also little sticky feet that comes provided. You can use those that come in the box with this, so feel free to do that as well. Right, that one is ready to set it apart. Damping function is a nice touch, amazing touch. I missed completely my top of descent. Let's press descend, and we're probably going to need spoilers, so we'll do more drag. Here comes our 5,000,000 feet per minute descent. What 727 gear would you most want? I really want an INS. That way I can use an INS in the 727, the upcoming PMDG 747 Classic, the L1011. I think an INS, oh my god, 7,000 feet per minute. I think an INS would be very, very cool to see. I don't think anybody's made one. If you can price it at like 200 or less US, it's just a keyboard with a screen on it. That'd be really cool. I don't really know what else for the 7.2 you can really make. I mean, the throttles I get should be awesome, but I don't think that's going to sell all that well. I mean, it'd be cool to have, but I think the INS is a good one that a lot of people could use. Look at that descent. Yeah, I got too busy talking about the tiller. I'm sorry, guys. It's pretty easy to get distracted in Flight Sim World here. But what do you guys think? If you guys would want any type of gear, you guys have wing control in the chat. Suggest what you guys would like to see. Maybe they can do it. Maybe they can't. MD-80 be sick. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Darwin. That's a good choice. Again, you have to think about market and all that stuff of who's going to buy them. The MD-80 would be really cool to see maybe an FMS from it or something. And Wing Control says, funny thing, a lot of people like to adjust the dampener to high level, but on Real 320 the dampener is actually very low. Well, there you go. Yeah, I like it higher because I feel like it's simulating the nose gear centering. rather than it just snapping back. But that's about it. That's the beauty of it. You can set it the way you like, and that's it. That's perfect, right? What it says 90 US. Holy crap! It has lights too. Yeah, there's lights. There's lights on top of this as well. You can't beat this. This is literally an unbeatable product, unless someone comes up with the exact same thing for like 80 US. But I don't think that's gonna happen. My goal is with washer companies to build a whole Moza wing control A320 cockpit. Hats off. Let me know when it's done. I want to take a look at it for sure. That'd be really cool to see. I will pay copious amounts of money for a Concorde throttle quadrant. Oh my god. No one's ever going to make Concorde gear, but the Concorde, as you guys know, is my beloved favorite aircraft of all time, and I've been waiting for FS Labs to release that airplane for like 10 years now, and it still hasn't come out. But I will be doing Concorde streams when that thing comes out. Full engineer, full FO, full captain, all duties, no AI. I'll do them all. I love that thing. Do you think the force feedback rudders are a game changer? So force feedback rudders, you're probably talking about the wing control ones. I tried the wing control force feedback. They're called Cyber Taurus, the rudders, at the Expo. And I'll be completely 100% honest. When I got to the Expo and I kind of saw them set up, I thought it was more of a gimmicky kind of thing, because they're quite expensive. For the force feedback stuff. But when you sit down and you try it with the P-51 Mustang in the setup they had at Minneapolis, and you feel the forces that are required, especially when you add power or you do some sort of rolls and stuff, crosswind landings, that kind of stuff, you go, oh, I kind of need this too now, don't I? And it is fantastic feeling. I never thought force feedback rudders is even a thing, or there's no feedback in rudders. It's more forced, I find, than feedback, but it felt really, really good on the 51 setup they had over there. So I'd say if you have the means and you have the setup to accommodate, either try it at an expo or just send it. It has my seal of approval. I think it was really, really cool. Try says Siva INS would be great. I think it'd be cool. No one's made an INS. I'd love to have one. Agree INS, there's only like 1,000 things on the 727. Yeah, there's not, but I mean, it's like there's a keyboard, 1 through 9, I think, and then a 0 is on there. The little knob, right? Maybe a remote function, the two little tiny screens, and that's kind of it, really. There's not much there. We control said, I don't think the plate can be taken off. Okay, no worries. I have to jump back to work. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment on our social media. They read everything. So there you go, guys, from Wing Control themselves. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for being a great partner of the channel as well, and bringing affordable flight sim gear to the masses. As a little kid flight simming, I wouldn't even dream to have a setup like this. So it's all thanks to you guys for doing that. It's appreciate you. And thanks for stopping by as well. Mike says long hauls then? Probably not. You guys know I don't do long hauls. Mike says he wants some A380 stuff. Yeah, no one's done any A380 stuff. 757 would be kind of cool. I think the 7.4 would be a hit because a lot of people do like the 7.4. Transition 3012. It's actually going to be 3017 over there in LaGuardia. For the time being, I believe. Would like to see the new radio panel from the A321 Neos and 350. Yeah, again, that starts to get into more niche kind of, not niche because flight sims are already niche, but the generic A321 or A320 radio panel can be used in a lot of various aircraft, but I guess the other ones can too. So I don't know. MCU setup the A350 and A380. A350 and A380 MCDU, that'd be interesting. That'd be a touchscreen with a mouse and all that stuff. I guess it's doable, but the touchscreen technology is probably pretty expensive to have a good touchscreen. Even it's just the buttons and touchpad would bring your own LCD panel. Yeah. I mentioned to get the Mad Dog, but I'm not sure if I should. The Mad Dog is 98% fantastic. 2% flight model needs some work in 2024. Everything else is amazing. But the pitch is a little kind of pitchy, little springy effect. And a lot of 2020 airplanes that are brought to 24 have that problem, I notice. We don't have ATC anymore. They all get offline. JFK ground, everybody got offline. Amazing. .CTAP KLGA. Everybody always gets online or offline. 1817 on the frequency over here. I think that was really cool, guys. I don't Wing Control doesn't hop in often, but I messaged them to see if they would pop in, and they popped in. So that was really cool of them to do. That's the only, I've never seen any other hardware developer do that, except for, I think I've seen Kim from Peter Korea. He's a very nice guy. Maybe group things on your site by planes.sim up for the hardware. I want to go in there, pick a plane, and see the options. Ooh, that's a good idea. You know what? I would message them that on their forum, and I maybe can message Has directly saying that you want like an A320 section on their website. So you go to A320. That might be a good idea. Mike says, you know, I might have to see how to make some of these stuff. Like what, Mike? Like the Mad Dog stuff? Oh, you mean all the equipment we're talking about? Yeah. Be kind of cool if you make an INS, slowing for 250 through 10. Mad Dog is a must. It's like the other thing I fly besides Airbus. Yeah, Mad Dog is really cool. Seems like with all y'all, it would be a good market. Exactly. Yeah, feel free to publish it on the Discord, Mike. I'm still stuck in good 2020, so it works for me. There you go. Means you got awesome partners? I think so. We're pretty blessed to have these partners, and it's all thanks to you guys who watch, so appreciate all you guys that do that. All right, coming through 10,000. Let's get our landing lights on. We'll get our belts on. Give a double ding on that guy. Let's bring these brightness down. It's pretty bright. There we go. Bring the charts up on this side if we can. There's LaGuardia. Starred. Go away. I can give you guys a brief. I'll give you guys a brief in just a second here. Alright, we're doing the Milton 4 arrival. We're just going to descend via the arrival as we're doing right now. Then we'll do a visual back up with the ILS runway 22's page 11-4, effective 17th of June. Freaks are tuned 10-5. 224 is the approach short. Glad check Alex 1100. The MDF 212 set left and right. The MSA high sector is 2,900 feet. That's based on the LaGuardia VOR. Mitch approach is 3,000 feet. Outbound LaGuardia VOR 225 to Proud. And we'll hold there. And that's at 3,000 feet as mentioned. It is a 3-degree standard slope. Happy's on the right. ALS of type 2 lighting. And once we get on the ground at runway 22, we're most likely going to exit. I think it's Charlie. Not Charlie. So we're going to exit most likely Yankee or Bravo near the end. And we'll go from there. You guys know where Spirit parks? That'd be great. We've got tons of extra fuel. So if we need to go on the mist, we can go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and give myself a vector here. I'm going to vector myself off to the left. And we're going to go open descent. There's the New York City pack just off our left. According to traffic, it's Spirit Wings 1333, 9 descending 3,000, approximately 10 miles, correction, 5 miles to the south of the field. We're on Vector's ILS 22. We'll be over the Hudson shortly. Traffic underneath me. Maybe he's above me. Oh, he's above me. There he is over there. There's the LaGuardia right there. MK Studios LaGuardia. And then we have the New York City pack just off our left-hand side. Beautiful sunset in here. Let's get flight recorder all started. If I made a 747 panel or something, would you do a long haul? 3 hours to me is a long haul, so I'll do that. I think they park in Terminal A. Okay. Any gate number? Overhead brake in the LaGuardia. Go. Let's do it. Idle boards. Mr. Dominic, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Dominic is one of my main friends that came over to help me out with the setup of the Next Level Racing Flight Sim Pro seat. So thank you to Flight Next Level Racing. You guys can get a discount code for Next Level Racing in the description, by the way. Code CFI will save you a ton of money on it if you want to buy the same setup I got in terms of the brackets and all, and the seats and all that. The other Terminal A. Mike says nah. Yeah, we don't do long hauls here. You know that. Okay, we're on a bit of a left downwind now. LaGuardia traffic, it's Spirit Wings 1333, 6 descending 3000, left downwind runway, correction, right downwind runway 22. I really wanted to say, and 22 in fact is my word, but I did not say that. Couldn't really hear that guy. Last caller, strength 2/5. I'm still a little low, but it might be my side, but I got you low.
Okay, maybe it's because we're far away from each other, it doesn't have the crossing here.
It'd have to be JFK to Frankfurt? I'll do it in the Concorde. Do you plan on flying the FS Labs at all? Yes, I gotta update that thing when I have more time to get used to it and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna update it, learn the ACARs, and we'll be good to go. The rest of it's just an Airbus, so we'll probably do Air Transat Toronto Montreal turn to start off our day with that one. I've heard it's a lot better nowadays. Let's kick in the boards here so we don't have to go too far. And I did not tell you to do that. Hold 245 for our descent, please. Still think you should do JFK, what is that, Warsaw or something? For 18k subs? No, we ain't doing that. Spirit was gate Alpha 1 through Alpha 6. Let's set that up in GSX here. Or not, because we can't find it. That's fine. Let's take our right-hand turn. Spoiler is retracted. We can start slowing down to about 220 on the speed. And we're going to continue our right-hand turn. Let's come down here. Direct. No. Race, direct, Yeoman, 224, radial in, insert. That's not what I wanted at all. We'll go back to heading mode. Oh yeah, that'll work. Kind of. It's a little sketchy, but it'll work. We'll go flap 1. Bring our landing symbologies up. Descend to 2,000 feet here. We're visual, I'll just go vertical speed 600 feet per minute. We'll arm the approach. I think there's Loke Star. Awesome. Let's get our recording on. Alright, we are now recording. There's the runway just over there. LaGuardia traffic, Spirit Wings 1333 on 10 mile final, runway 22 is my word. Sorry, I had to get a glass slope capture. Get the gear down here. Just a couple seconds. We'll hold 180 to we'll hold 170 to 5 mile. Flap 2. No one's here to clear us to land. We'll go nose and runway turn-off lights on. Wing light inspection light on as well. Gear down. 3,000 feet set for the mist. Spoilers are armed. Gonna get Moza force field joystick, however, I'm waiting for the left hand grip. Get the Moza, and then if you want, use code CFI and buy the Simworkshop A321 1-to-1 replica. It's fantastic. Just like the real plane. Freaking fantastic. Flat 3. Simworkshop. It's in the description, and the code is CFI. We just got that discount code as well. It is really good. Really, really good. All right, 5 mile fix there. We'll go as managed speed, flaps full. LaGuardia traffic, Spirit Wings 1333. We are 5 mile final now. Runway 22, LaGuardia. Wait, is it? Are my spoilers? There we go. Now the spoilers are on. Landing checklist here. Got gear 3 green. Signs are on. Cabin's ready. Spoilers are on. Flaps full. Oh, perfect timing. Why wouldn't you come online around now? Oh, that's Delta. Never mind. Oh, yeah. 18.7. Whoopsie. Badoop. There we go. That's the right channel. Spirit Wings 1333 is 5 mile final. Runway 22. Full stop. I did a GA call. Full stop. Oh, that means no one heard my 22's my word. Oh, well. We'll do that later. Thank you, Mr. Delta 520. You can still do 747 on a short flight while he's in Minneapolis. 100%. 100% I'm going to do short flights in the 74. I'm going to fly the heck out of the 747. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to be long haul, though. All right, we're on TA only. Make sure these cameras are online for you guys. I think they already are, but just let's make sure. Yes, they are. I got the stick, the tiller, the throttle here. There we go. Autopilot disengage. This button feels so good on this Simworkshop panel or joystick as well, by the way. Bit of a black hole effect coming over the water. Not really, because you have the steady lights, but starts to get a little ominous there. Even in real life, it's pretty dark over the water. LaGuardia traffic, Spirit Wings 1333, short final runway 22. Runway 22 is my word. Alright, I'm gonna get banned.
LaGuardia traffic, Delta 1548, 5 miles, 22, LaGuardia.
Check.
Minimum
Landing.
100,
Little high, correcting.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard.
Come on. Didn't think I flared all that much, but I guess I did. Hold that nose, manual braking. 100 knots. Have a tiller now. Make it to the end there. Yeah, I want to be careful floating on LaGuardia. There's not much space. Oh, I just like using this tiller already. Slow down, and then I can taxi while braking. Oh, we did end up exiting tank or Yankee. How close is our buddy there? Oh, he's pretty close there. And LaGuardia traffic, Spirit Wings 1333, we're cleared, runway 22.
LaGuardia Delta 1548, short final 22, LaGuardia.
Flaps are 0, spoilers retracted, landing lights off, runway turn-off lights off, nose light, oop, I have my tiller. Nose light to taxi, wing off, strobes off. We're good to go. We are good to go. Let's slow down a little bit, just so we can watch this landing here. Alpha 1, you guys say. I don't even have an Alpha 1 here. Starting APU. Nice. Beauty. We can end our recording on our replay there. What'd you guys think? Felt really nice at the expo. I agree. I agree. A little bit of braking here.
LaGuardia Delta 1540 vacating 22 LaGuardia.
I can see why they taxi like this in real life. I love being able to use a little bit of brake in my turn. Beauty. Don't know where gate 1 is, so I'm going to cheat real quick, and I don't really want to take a look at my charts. APU bleed on. We're going to shut down number 1. I hope it's this way. Let's do. Why is that so small? I can't see that. There we go. Nope, don't warp me there. There we go.
Border traffic of 520 short final runway 22 report.
Huh. Gate 16, gate 15. Okay, they're counting down. That's good. I'm supposed to be on that line, though, aren't I? Yeah, that's the line that goes inbound. Whoopsies. Especially visual, I've done that one. Pretty cool approach. Not shabby. Nice line. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Could have been a little less floaty, but everything worked out quite well. We're on one engine right now, guys, as well. Now, in real life, I don't know how to do it in this aircraft, but in real life, going under these bridges, at least in the CRJ, we have to deactivate our internet. It's not really part of a checklist or anything. It's more of a airmanship thing to do. And that's just to prevent any radiation from the top of the airplane there going through the bridges here. Again, I don't know how to do that in this, but that's what we do in real life. Matthew Weed, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We just had a really cool landing in LaGuardia. We're using the brand new wing control tiller. This thing is fantastic, and you just missed wing control is actually in the chat with us, which is really, really cool too. Oh, now we're in 31s. All right, I'm just gonna park somewhere. We'll call it a day.
Border traffic of 524 runway 22 at Charlie Taxi.
Have you done the approach in LaGuardia yet? Yes, I've done that one. I've done the RNF X31 as well. That one's always real fun. Honestly, I just want to tax this thing around. I'm gonna bring her on the other side of the corner. A little bit of power for your turn. You guys want to see full crank? That's full left. Really, really cool. Full right. And you can kind of see how long it takes for the gear to get there. Really well done. And it's stiff too, and you need force to move this if you dampen it up. It is really, really cool. Really well done. I can't land the 32 without going at least 200 feet per minute, but with a 1.5 G landing force, yeah. You mean 31? Or are you talking about a different airport? I'm hoping that gate 1's around the corner, to be honest with you. But I might just pick a gate and call it a day. 28, that's my gate now. Let's let's go ahead and just go like this. Let's stop right here, which is not usually good to stop when you have a single engine, but we're going to stop real quick. Handler script and previous page. Customize airplane restart. Change facility gate 1. Gate 28. It's small. We'll gate 27. And we'll start moving here. No. We'll get a switchport. So with single engine taxi, get that one engine up. Let it just slowly start to roll. Don't have to add too much in there. Beautiful Delta 321 there. This is 27 right here. Oh, okay. Yeah, Spirit looks like they'd park here. Cruise in sight. Taxi light off. Weather radar off as well. Was never used. Get a bit more on this line. Feel like I'm not exactly centered. I'm gonna follow the signboard ahead. That's probably more correct than GSX. A little bit of thrust. 7 feet, 6, 5, idle. No! Oh, I got it. Stop. Perfect. Parking brake set. APU's taken over. The anti-ice is off and wasn't required. Number 2 can get shut down. Let's put some dome light on there. That's good right there. Come to the overhead panel. We'll select our beacon light off. Our fuel pump. Belts off. External power is available. We'll click over the external power. APU bleed is off. Actually, we'll keep the APU bleed on. Nav lights can stay on number 1. Yeah, it's always good to keep the APU running with the bleeds, just so people as they're still deboarding. It takes a good 10 minutes till the deplane. You want airflow to still be, running through the cabin and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Everything's working there. They're all deplaning via that, not the bridge that's literally right there. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and restart County. We're going to disconnect from good old VATSIM. I can't wait for a Bluebird 75. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that plane as well. Turn our dome light off. Hop back in here. We're going to go this button. Set our engine modes to the fuel on. And we'll go to Phoenix panel. Ready. Activate. Go away. Activate. We're going to go flaps full. Spoilers are. Parking brake off. Let that all go. Let's just hold the brakes manually here. Can't land the 320. Oh, I see. 321 and 319. Yeah. Yeah, the Phoenix flaring is still broken in my opinion. My buddy, again, who flies this airplane in real life, kind of laughed at the flight model a little bit. They're opening cargo doors. Let's go ahead and close all those. Close. Go away. Clear the message. Yeah. You're good. You're fine. You're fine. Relax. Stop opening the doors. Chocks. Are they gonna close? Yeah, they're closing. Alright, cool. Let's make the time a little bit brighter for you so you can actually see the replay properly. That's fine. Now let's go ahead and press replay.
Terrain.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this little stream with the brand new tiller. It's fantastic. If you guys don't have it already, please do yourself a favor and pick up the Wing Control tiller. It's really, really good. I kind of saved that landing. It was going to be a slammer and a half. I really just saved it. It was going to be a hard hit. But in LaGuardia, you do have to keep that. You have to keep it coming to that aiming point for a little bit longer than you'd maybe want to. You do not want to risk running into those buildings at the end there. Whoops. Is the Bluebird coming out soon? No idea. I know it's Q3. I'm trying to get in their testing team, but they've been non-responsive to me. But I have absolutely no idea. I hope it comes out soon. Really want to show you guys that one. It's crazy how little space LaGuardia has. I didn't put up the sounds for you guys, did I? Sorry. Brighter. Alright guys, let's do one more replay. We're going to call it a night after that. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Big thank you for Wing Control stopping by. Did not expect them to actually pop in. So thank you so much for that, Wing Control, if you're still listening or happen to watch this later on. If you guys are looking for a tiller, I mean, look no further. You guys have got the best tiller option on the market. It's on sale right now on the Wing Control website for only 99 USD, if I'm not mistaken. Absolutely fantastic price. Really, really well done. And it works with all aircraft, not just the Airbuses. So we'll see you guys later. I think the testing is filled already. CFI-DU fly X-plane a little bit, sometimes only on Concorde though. I heard SWS is coming out with the Dash 8. Yes, they are, but don't know about the 400. No, I think Majestic's doing the 400. That's about it. Majestic has the Q4 lockdown. We're going to go ahead and back this thing up, and we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace from now.